Seattle, Washington. Today we start the new year with an NFC matchup out west, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Jason Myles, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. And it's a pretty good return here as they get this up to the 29. Ayuk going to go in motion right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and now off play action, it's Purdy. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
Now he can exhale. His season is officially underway. Plenty of work done during the offseason, camp, and the preseason that led to that first throw of the year.
Here's Guerrero on first down. A strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Purdy. Pass caught by Pearsall. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now Purdy, he's going to change the look here. They'll try the middle with Guerrero. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 18 yards, first down Niners.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Out of the gun, Purdy. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. McCaffrey. Fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Well, this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. This Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
4th down try. Here's Purdy. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Niners are on the board here first in the season opener. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At their own 35-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. First carry here for Ken Walker. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Here's 3rd and 7.
Here we go. Go.
He'll look to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. He'll return it from the 6. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work.
Touchdown, 49ers! Joe Tonjes, 70 yards. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Piñeiro now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. At the 42-yard line.
Let's go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try and pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
I be on my little mouse drug. All that rapper pay your bills. Yeah, I'm on some rappers pay my bills. All up on TV, I thought it made me richer. Wasn't paying me enough, I needed something quicker. So now I'm all in Nico, basically putting working on the 5G. The data try to money hard to make it pick up. Man, it's 2008, I'm trying to paint the picture. Comeback season in the works and now I'm I got in the studio every night. Late night, gotta watch it, don't wanna make him sicker. That's my, oh Lord, got a whole lot to show for it. I mean, we can really get it, we can go for it. I'm just here for the Bucks and the Billies. Don't make me one of the ghosts for it. I run it, they like
Ready, set. Set up, steady.
They'll try and throw for it here. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Get set, get set. 18, watch out. Start.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down.
That kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's Purdy. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Purdy.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that'll make this 17-0 here in the opening quarter. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Let's go now.
They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
On the jump.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter.
17-0 our score after 1.
Ready up.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And these He's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Okay, ready?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
2nd and 10. Shotgun now with Purdy.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. That right there, career catch number 541, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Kellen Winslow, who also obviously played the tight end position.
Yeah, and helped revolutionize it when he was in San Diego. But how about what we're seeing right here? You talk about 541 catches at the tight end position. You talk about lofty territory, rare air. He has a lot to be proud of in his career.
And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big 3rd down play there for the Niners. 42 yards.
This offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Purdy will set up to throw it here.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Brandon Ayuk,
29 yards. And the 49ers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
Puts it on the carpet. It's out.
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
1st and 10 at the
Let's go now.
49-yard line.
Looking to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10.
60 Eagles, 2. 70 Cougar 19, go.
They'll drop to throw.
As it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Running left is Walker.
Only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know you're trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Oh, a dangerous pass there that's intercepted. And the Niners will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
The tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time I look and repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Purdy now to throw. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers.
Brandon Ayuk.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the 49ers continue to pull away here this first half. Pinero's extra point up and good.
And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
35-yard line.
Ready.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Ready.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll make it 2nd down.
A nice throw right there. And these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
And Nick Bosa so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down.
Here we go. Back up 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And Walker has it.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
70 Timberwolves. Ready, ready?
He'll drop to throw. That's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Let's go now.
They'll look to throw again. And this one is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is incomplete with the clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And Myers winds up yanking it. This is no good. Wide to the left.
Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
Ready?
They'll throw now on the final play. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Here we go.
And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
On the ready.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
2, 6, Viking 18, trap 60, trap 60.
They're going to look to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack. And a nice play there from the new pickup, signed just this past week to help fortify this defense.
He truly is the definition of an impact player. Surprise, surprise that it took this long for someone to pick him up.
Come on, set. Warriors, 19 tight, 19.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. This is intercepted.
Picked off by Fred Warner.
And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Get set. Get set.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down.
The 20. 5. Touchdown. 49ers.
Christian McCaffrey.
41 yards.
And the 49ers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
But it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The 2nd down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Ball at a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. He's going to field this at the 4.
It's a 57-yard punt, 14 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
66 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
A gain of 15. 1st down, 49ers.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
Now there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Now 2nd and 9.
Get set. Get set. Hot.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey.
And the pressure gets to McCaffrey as they stop him short of the line to gain.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Thomas Morstead now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. On 3rd down, here's Walker.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here on these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 47-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
On the ground, it's James. Boom! Fighting through tackles. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. On the give, it's Garindo.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Again, it's Garindo.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
And they take a knee. toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. And they won't run a play here, no victory formation. They will indeed try to get 3 more. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right?